All right, everyone, 6 states go to the polls today, and we have our predictions of what is going to happen tonight.
It's time.
Go ahead and throw the map up there. Basically, I think it's going to be another good night for Joe Biden. The one state that I think Bernie will hang on to is Washington. He's been very strong in the West. This was a very good state for him in 2016, so I think he will hang on there. But look, the polls are really tough right now, and so much consolidation behind Joe Biden in a short period of time. No time to have to actually see him talk since he had that big Super Tuesday win, or certainly debate. So there hasn't been an ability to, look, Bernie needed to shift the narrative fundamentally after Super Tuesday, and they haven't been able to pull that off for a variety of reasons.
No, they haven't been able to. And I mean, even Washington, by the way, the poll has Biden up there by 2 points. I just think that generally you can bet on Sanders outperforming in the West, especially in a liberal state like Washington. But Idaho was a state that Bernie won last time, and Biden is looking very good there. Michigan, North Dakota, these are places that Bernie should have natural rural strength. And I think the issue is, and what we talked about on the show today, what we've tried to dissect, is there has been that problem with rural non-educated whites, or non-college educated whites. That has been the real issue for Sanders, and that there's two problems. Either A, they just left the Democratic Party and now they all vote for Trump and are part of the Republican Party, or B, they hated Hillary so much last time that it was more of a protest vote and not an affirmative vote for Sanders. And this time around, they're willing to give Biden a shot because they want to beat Donald Trump. And they've been told by the media and by the establishment, these are the people you should vote for.
That's right. I mean, if we look at the results on Super Tuesday, the fact that Biden was able to win Massachusetts and Maine and Minnesota, and you could write Minnesota off because there was a little bit of an unusual dynamic there with the Amy Klobuchar endorsement coming right before, and she really does have a constituency, and people have a strong affinity for her there. But that is the biggest trouble sign for Bernie in the state of Michigan. Now, on the other hand, I don't think he has to win Michigan to be able to stay in the game. I think as long as he is able, because remember the way that the delegate math works, and that's what it all comes down to ultimately is the delegate math. You cannot amass a massive delegate lead without big blowouts in big states. It also makes it harder to ultimately come back. But at this point, what Bernie needs to do is to be able to hang in there, to have the chance at the debate and through their communications and through interviews, et cetera, to be able to reset the narrative and remind people of why they were so nervous about Joe Biden being able to beat Donald Trump in the first place. He needs time. And so tonight he doesn't have to win the night. He just needs to do enough to hang in there to buy himself some time.
I think that's right. What I'm watching most closely, the margin in Michigan. Right now, Monmouth latest poll, 51-36 for Biden, for 51-36 for Bernie, and that is one of the better polls that we've seen for Sanders. If you lose by that points, that's bad. The media narrative will be bad. If he does 51-48, totally different story.
That's exactly right.
Totally different story. Then the people are like, whoa, Sanders surged, barely wins, keeps it all going. It all comes down to Michigan. I really think that's the test of the rural, non-college educated white story, of his organizing strategy with the Muslim community, of the black community in Detroit, Jesse Jackson, AOC. All of it comes down to this one state because it's a microcosm of what you actually need to win in order to win the election.
That's right. And also it has the most delegates. I mean, so there is the most at stake there in terms of the delegate count as well. So like we said, I think it'll be a tough night for Bernie tonight. Hopefully he can hang on in Washington. But as long as he's able to at least make things close in some of these states, then he lives to fight another day.
We'll see.
We will see. And we will tell you all that happened and what it means tomorrow on Rising. Enjoy.